Now, we just went through a whole lot to try to get this select box to work, and as a front-end developer, that's a huge accomplishment. However, if we look closely at the design here, we can see some differences. First, we kind of lost out on our letter spacing, but that should be pretty easy to correct because now we know we're dealing with an input rather than a select box, and also this icon is different. So this letter spacing is going to be easy, but the icon here is a little bit trickier, and I'm not 100% sure that it would be worth the effort to change it. So the way that this works, if we do a right click on the element, and then we scroll down just a little bit here to this after section, you can see that the arrow is being highlighted. The way that this arrow is being constructed is through pure CSS using borders. It's kind of a cool trick. The idea basically, and I'm going to zoom in so we can see this a little easier, is that if you make an element that has a size of 0, and then you add thick borders along each side, each border will actually form a triangle. So what this is a 0-sized element, and it has a border at the top, and it has borders all the way around, except the borders to either side and the bottom are transparent, so we only see the top border. The effect is that we get a nice scalable triangle that doesn't require any additional images or font icons. So if you wanted to look a little bit deeper, you can take a look at these styles here that kind of show how it works. Here's where it sets the border width to 5505, and then the border colors, the top color is gray, and then the other 3 colors of the borders are transparent. The width here is set to 0, the height is set to 0, and so that's how we get that effect. This technique could come up useful later on if you need to create an arrow. You can point in any direction and it will work the same way. So if we wanted to actually change this, we'd be digging in kind of deep to figure out how to replace it with an icon like this. To me, I think this looks pretty good, and the arrow down is actually a little bit more descriptive than this double arrow because when we click it, it switches to an arrow up, indicating that we're in expanded mode. And then we can click it again for collapsed mode.